Hey guys, welcome back to Good Vibes, and today we're going to be making the most easiest frittata recipe ever. Now, I just love frittatas because you can literally go into your fridge and pick out any random vegetables, dairy, some meat, and just kind of whip it all together and it becomes this really amazing dish. You can have it for brunch, for lunch, and maybe even dinner if you're feeling a little bit lazy. So let's get started. I have 5 egg yolks here, and I'm going to add in a quarter cup of heavy cream. Now the reason why I'm adding heavy cream is because it really gives the whole frittata like this really fluffy texture, which you'll see later. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not too much because I'm going to add some cheese later. And the pepper. A little bit there. And then I have half a teaspoon of dried herbs. And I think it really gives it a nice flavor. I'm just going to get this all whisked up. Meanwhile, I have the oven preheated to 350. All right. Well, it's a little bit of a straggler here. Okay. I'm going to get my pan started. Now I am doing the method where we're going to kind of pre-cook the dish a little bit on the stovetop, and then we're going to put it into the oven. So I'm going to get started with a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of butter. So we're just going to melt down the butter, and then make sure that you're using a non-stick pan when you make the frittata. So you don't want like a whole sticky mess for you to clean up later. And I'm going to slightly cook my vegetables first. So I have asparagus spears. Now I'm only using like the tender front part, so let's just get that cooked a little. And then I have some cherry tomatoes that I've cut in half. You want to make sure you cook the vegetables because when you bake them, it might get a little watery, so you want to make sure everything is done beforehand. I'm not going to add the spinach in because spinach, cooks really fast. Have a little bit of prosciutto, which I'll add that in later. Our vegetables are now ready. They're not fully cooked, but you can see that the tomatoes have started to blister. So I'm just going to remove these. Now you can also just pour your egg mixture right in, but I like to cook my eggs first and then carefully arrange my vegetables on top so they look really pretty. So at this point, we're going to add in the egg mixture. Now you still have some of this grease left, so it's good. I'm going to turn down the heat a little. And we're just going to kind of semi-cook it slightly. So we're going to finish it off in the oven and bake it. Such an easy dish. I mean, it's one of my favorites for the weekends. You could just kind of throw everything in there and then it's like, boom, you have a meal. All right, so now I'm going to arrange my vegetables. Oops. So now that we got our cooked vegetables in there, I'm going to add in a little bit of prosciutto. You can use bacon, ham, whatever you desire. I just happen to have some prosciutto, so that's what we're using. Get that in there. So good. I'm just going to sprinkle some spinach. And we are going to pop her into the oven. All right, guys, so now the oven has been preheating for 350. She's going in, and we're gonna put her in there for about like 8 to 10 minutes. We'll keep an eye on it, and as soon as you start to see it like fluff up, you're gonna know it's ready. It's been about 10 minutes, and I've turned the oven off. We're gonna take a peek, just letting it finish. Look how gorgeous that looks. All fluffy and colorful. I'm so excited to dig in. Let's just give it another minute for it to set. Meanwhile, I'll just be enjoying my Bellini. Cheers. Look who decided to come out of the oven. It's our friend Frittata. Looks so nice. Now remember to always wear a oven mitt because the handle will be hot. So now I'm just gonna kind of loosen this out. I'm gonna slide it onto our platter. Oh, luscious. And now, my favorite part, the cheese. So I have some Parmesan cheese. You can use Gruyere, you know, whatever you like. I'm just gonna shred it on top. That looks amazing. Just gonna get messy with the cheese. I mean, the more cheese, the better. Here is your lovely frittata. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's an easy, wonderful dish for you guys. And if you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.